Hi everyone. Welcome to the 5DB Canteen. Thank you all so much for coming. I hope you've all enjoyed your Maguez spiced lamb as requested by Jamie. Now if you could all please help me give a very, very warm welcome to the wonderfully talented The Magic Lantern.
She commands. Sailors say, well, don't be afraid. On fate's fragile wing, we'll ride out this storm. A star, star. Song we sing ourselves to sleep, and lighthouse knows that all journeys end with hope's hand reaching out to still each beating breath. whispered soon in a too bright lit room. Call shrouded journeys begin. The pause, then the cry, the storm and the eye, a mother, a father, a child. Let a tear roll down. You've stared at the sun and seen how it's made. You can laugh, you can laugh, you can laugh. From this broken body trembling, love comes afraid. So rest your head, my love. I'm so proud of you. And I was scared too. Yes, I was scared too. Who knows quite how we'll muddle through now, when in us the world's born anew. The joy and the hope, you dream and we cope, moment by moment. Let a tear roll down. You've reached in the earth and felt a heartbeat there. You can gasp, you can gasp, you can gasp. From this broken body trembling, love comes afraid. So rest your head, my love. I'm so proud of you, and I was scared too. Yes, I was scared too.
Thank you very much. Thanks. It's really nice to be here. The first song we played was Albatross. It was an old one of ours. And that last one was a new one called Trembling. We've just made a new record that we finished mixing on Sunday. So it's all very fresh. It's really nice to play it for you guys today. Everyone looks very comfortable. I'm sorry I don't turn quite as much to this side of the room, but know that I love you just as much as the people who got here early enough to get the good seats. Say no more. We're going to play a song off our last record, A Reckoning Bell, called This Life. This life, this
This life that we have is a fragile thing that creaks with age in the morning, and a crow waits, and he's got all the time that you don't. The end. The end, when it comes, is a tug on a string, scrim shrouded light on a black wing, and the crow's gone with barely a beating of breath, barely a beating of. For each a silent bell, reckoning with a wave, gloaming's crow, dark beak swallows everything. For each a island wave, reckoning with a wave, gloaming's crow, dark beak swallows everything. Do-do-da, da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da-da, da-da-da, 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 da-da-da-da, yeah.
Matt Robinson on the piano. This is not a gig for those people who aren't interested in piano solos. This is heavily featured here in this concert today. So yeah, for those people who are looking for the guitar solo club, you have entered the wrong building. This next song is another one off this new record of ours. It's called 2 in 1. It goes like this.
look at you, I could scream. Well, spirit bursting out of love supreme. And patiently your tongue unpicked the seams. And we've made a life. We've made a life. Well, spitting out my teeth's a bad dream. What if all we have had never been? And urgently I search damn sheets between for the life we've made, yes, for the life we've made. Well, come on, Ria. Well, can you believe it? It's a most unlikely situation for it all to coincide. So come on, Ria. When you fill an empty vessel up, you set the silence free. Stitching days to years, a bell unseen, ringing through the dusk, soaked blue in green, and defiantly we'll face the final scene. So if it has to end, yes, then it has to end. Like all the other lives we could have led, was sacrificed to chase this single thread. And joyfully our limbs make knots in bed, yeah. So if it has to end, yeah, well then here it ends. So come on, you better believe it. It's a most unlikely situation for it all to coincide. So come on, Ria. The beauty when two waves collide is when they beat as one. When they beat as two in one, 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 they beat as two.
Thanks. Thank you. It's the first time we've played that song live. Nice. The next song we're going to play is another song of this record. The record is called To Everything a Season, and it sort of follows. Of course, it follows the last record I made was called A Reckoning Bell, and that last record has a big cover on it. Let me start again. Of course, it has a big cover on it, but what it has is a photo. It's a big photo. It's a big photo of my dad, and people look at that photo and they say, "Is that you?" through an aging app. And I've obviously no, it's genetics. That's how it works. You know, blah 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 blah. But so much of that record was about him, and he had Alzheimer's disease. I helped to care for him for a long time. So a lot of the record is about that experience and what that means. And I've just had a daughter recently, and what was so fascinating about as he got sicker and sicker, and my wife got pregnanter and pregnanter, not a word, you know, but I wanted that couplet. I saw this loop looming. So I only ever met my granddad, so his dad, when I was 3 weeks old, and he was in a nursing home with Alzheimer's disease. And as my dad got really sick, I thought, maybe we won't be able to close this loop, and I won't be able to bring my daughter to meet him when he was in a nursing home with Alzheimer's disease. Very fortunately, they did meet. They met twice, and then he passed away a few weeks after she was born. And it was extremely cathartic, the feeling of closing this loop, but I really didn't expect this feeling of another loop opening, which is out there. And that's something I feel I have to live with. And this is a song about that. It's called Loops. Met Granddad in a nursing home at 3 weeks young. He didn't know who he was looking at, but something of him was screaming back with 2 bright lungs and the threads of a helix in a genome. Can you see the loop blooming? Can you see, yes, the loop blooming? Our father's sons, we stagger on, our faith in nurture. We'll chase the dream, make the desert green. God loves a searcher. Well, that won't be me, no, that won't be me, you said over and over. But nature waits like a sullen wave with great composure. Can you see the loop blooming? Can you see, yes, the loop blooming? But times are damned, I'm holding your hand, and I have a daughter. It was gonna burst, oh how love's a thirst. These shoes are full of water. Well, please not you, Cora needs you too, I said over and over. The code is clear, so press enter here for full disclosure. Can you see the loop blooming? Can you see, yes, the loop blooming?
Met Granddad in a nursing home at 3 weeks young. He didn't know who he was looking at, but something of him was screaming back with 2 bright lungs and the threads of a helix in a genome. When he died, he was all alone. I had one day run, didn't remember how to breathe, but something of him was left to grieve, and 5 throats sung songs like a blanket so tightly woven. Thank you very much. Thank you. We're going to play one more song. It's been really nice to play for you guys. We'd like to say a huge thank you to the 5DB team for having us. The food, the sound, the lighting, all of everything. Everyone's been fantastic. It made us feel very welcome. I hope you've enjoyed your lunch as well. So let's give them a round of applause. Thank you. Thanks, Gus. And I'd like to thank all of you guys for coming. We've invited you all to be here either because we like you or because we want something from you. So let's keep it super transparent. Yeah, because we all know what's going on, and I hope the lunch has helped to facilitate that. Very good, very good, very good. When we perform as the Magic Lantern. This new record will be out sometime next year, and we're going to finish with a song that we've been playing for a long time now. We enjoy playing it, and the kind of self-deprecating, maybe I take the self-deprecating thing slightly too far, but if you want to have a viable or partly viable low-level folk / jazz adjacent career, you need at least one song that is kind of not, that the algorithms have deigned to approve, and this is our one. So this is called Holding Hands. It's been really nice. We're going to stick around and say hi. Thanks for coming. We appreciate it. Thank you. I'm searching for my true love, and I know she's there. Just hold on, just hold on, and I promise I'll find you, and it won't be long. Just carry on, just carry So I'm trying to be a better man, but the world goes on. Yes, the work's going on. Yes, the work goes on. One day, when all this is washed away, well, some will remain, full of hope in the pouring rain, and I'll see you there with wet shoes and wet hair. And when the last day is done, we'll make it, yes. We'll make it, yeah. We'll make it somehow. You know we'll be holding hands. We'll be holding hands. We'll be
Thanks very much. Thanks very much. Chris Hyson on the bass. Dave Hamblett on the drums. Matt Robinson on the keys. Thanks very much. It's been a pleasure. See you next time.
This week in the canteen, we were joined by Jamie Doe, aka the Magic Lantern. Born in Australia, Jamie moved to the UK at the age of 12. He adopted the stage name The Magic Lantern while studying philosophy in Bristol. As a singer-songwriter, his lyrics examine the limitless depth of human experience, with both devastating and joyous results. Jamie has released 4 full-length albums and toured the UK with acts as diverse as folk singer Sam Lee and poet Alabaster de Plume. Join us as we discuss his songwriting process, the vulnerability of live performance, and dive into some of his favourite foods. Jamie, thank you so much for coming.
Pleasure.
Welcome to the 5DB Canteen.
Thank you.
This will be where you will be performing. Will look slightly different on the day, I hope. I wanted to start a little bit asking questions about the name of your band.
Sure.
The Magic Lantern.
Yeah.
Talk me through that.
I came up with the name while I was at university in Bristol, and I wanted a name that didn't sound like a solo artist. I wanted to be a solo artist that had a name that sounded like a band. I thought that'd make it more likely to get booked, which sometimes did and sometimes didn't work.
And currently the band is yourself?
Yeah, so I describe the Magic Lantern as the moniker that I use for my music. I have a kind of a quartet I mainly play with, and that's the band I'll be playing with at our lunch. And then I supplement that with other musicians, depending on the gig, depending on the setting and what the music demands.
And you guys have had a busy summer. You've been out recording what's going to be your 4th album?
5th album.
5th album,
yeah.
sorry.
So we recorded that in France at a studio called La Buissonne, down near Avignon, which was really nice. And yeah, it's the 5th record. I've recorded it live. It's the first time I've recorded live. Really different, really exciting.
That must have been an experience.
It's a different process, yeah. It's a different process. I mean, it's one where you have to embrace a certain amount of uncertainty.
Yeah.
It helps to be comfortable with imperfection, which I'm not.
Yeah.
So that's the challenge, just to how we sort of navigate that in the mixing phase. But it's also, partly it was an artistic decision, partly it was a logistical one, because I've just had a daughter, and the idea of spending like 6 months tracking and editing a record didn't feel logistically feasible. So we made a virtue of necessity and recorded it in 4 days.
That's amazing. And I think, that's the thing, that the temptation of using the editing scissors for months after recording something is big, because you can do it.
Yeah.
That's been an active decision with this record.
Yeah.
Is it something you'd wanted to do before but weren't ready to, or is it something you've come to do because of necessity?
Yeah, I'd planned to do it with my 4th album, A Reckoning Bell, and I'd applied for some funding and got some funding to do that from the Arts Council. But the pandemic intervened and that wasn't possible, so we actually recorded everything overdubbed one at a time, in a way that I've done similar records before, but it was more extreme, as you'd expect. So it's something I've been thinking about for a while. It's something I've wanted to do. I mean, I've been scared to do it as well. I think that I'm a perfectionist when it comes to making records, and that really is a better word for insecure. Basically, all perfectionists are essentially insecure, and what they mean is they don't think they're good enough, and they want to keep on doing until they can do something which they think is good enough, and you never quite get there.
But isn't it also that part of like constantly pushing yourself too?
Yeah.
That you want to be, you know where you want to be, but you won't give up on it, and you will just keep going.
Sure, there's definitely a part of it. I mean, I'm excited by the things I can't do.
Yeah.
And I've here. The kind of music I want to make is always at the limits, or just beyond the limits of my capability, technically, musically, financially, to achieve a lot of the time. So the challenge is always, well, how are we going to do it? And that, I think, that spurs me on to grow and to not do the same thing every time, and means that I'm never 100% happy with what I've made, and that's okay. That's okay.
How have you found translating perhaps the previous records into the live experience, when you'd sort of reach for this sort of perfection on them, but you maybe spent a long time looking at the edits with that? But how do you then find the live experience?
Very easy. I love playing live, and I'm completely comfortable with the imperfections of live performance. I think about live performance a lot. I think about the ritual of it and the importance of being present, and I don't mind making mistakes. In fact, I love making mistakes because it gives me an opportunity to remind the audience that this is live and that I am a human being, or we are human beings, and we all have a finite amount of time, and 20 people or 200 people or 2,000 people are sharing that amount of time, some of their finite time, with me. And it's an opportunity to make something together because the ritualistic element of the performance requires both halves to work. That's the aspect I love most. I find recording really hard because you can be perfect. I find live performance easy because that's never the point. But the goal is connection, not perfection, you know?
On the subject of your audience,
yeah,
we're going to cook for you.
Yeah.
So I'm wondering if you had any thoughts about potentially what kind of food they would like to go with their music?
When I think about like special meals, like I cook, I like cooking, I really enjoy cooking. I cook a lot of curry. I live in East Ham, which is has an amazing food culture around there. A lot of Bangladeshi, Pakistani community, South Indian community too. But when I think about like celebration meals, I always think about lamb.
Oh, interesting.
So like my mum used to cook like roast lamb and it was really great.
Yeah.
It's kind of classy.
Yeah.
You know,
lamb is lovely, and there's so many different cuts you can go with.
Yeah, exactly.
You know, like a beautiful long, slow roasted, big sort of shank. You could do
like shoulder,
or a shoulder. I meant a shoulder,
yeah.
Exactly. Or you could do. But would you like to go down that sort of South Indian route?
No, I don't know.
Or
like,
maybe
well, for example, like I used to cook this lamb shoulder with like merguez spices. I was out of the Hugh Fearnley Woodingstall's like meat book. It's a lot of garlic, smoked paprika. Lots of rosemary, which I was really surprised. I don't think there would be like rosemary in North African food, but there was, you know.
I guess it's such a, even though we think that it's a traditional pairing for us, I guess, you know, because rosemary and lamb go so well, I'm sure that in other cultures they realise that too, and they shove it in there.
And it's everywhere, right? It's all through the Mediterranean, North Africa.
Exactly.
It's very ubiquitous workhorse of the spice rack.
It is.
So yeah, and then, you know, make a rub, prick it, take quite a lot of the excess fat off, and then, you know, slow cook it.
Slow cook it. And what kind of sides would you like with it?
I like salads, like some kind of roast cauliflower salad, you know, maybe hazelnuts.
Very fresh Mediterranean feel with that lovely...
Yeah, well, I look at this space, it feels fresh Mediterranean. You know, I'm sure like big stews in the middle of winter, and I guess November we're heading there, but, you know, it feels like still warming, isn't it?
Yeah,
you know,
absolutely.
Warming.
I think it could be absolutely beautiful.
Yeah, you know, and then if you wanted to have could have a bulgur wheat.
Yeah.
I might prefer bulgur wheat to couscous. Yeah, so
holds up better.
Yeah, it's nice, nutty.
And for a little something afterwards,
like a sweet.
Yeah.
My favourite dessert is a apricot brown butter tart. My friend Alex is a chef. He used to have a restaurant called Sardine.
I know Sardine.
Yeah,
yes.
He now works at the Noble Rot in Soho, head chef there.
They're fantastic.
It's great.
Yeah,
and obviously great wine too.
Yeah,
right?
Little dollop of creme fraiche.
Oh, delicious.
Little grating of some lemon or something on top of there.
For sure. Small slices.
I'm telling you, this is
great.
This is going to be delicious.
Can't wait.
Can't wait.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.